Well, good morning. It's Tuesday the 1st of February, pinch punch and all that. Stayed the night in, at Cardiff Airport in one of the local hotels, and are now setting off back down to the coast. I'll be passing through a village called Roos and then heading up to a village tonight called something like Llantwit Major, something like that, where hopefully there's a B&B that will have a room for me. And I hope also there's a chance I'll be met today and have joined for a walk by a member or two of the Welsh section of Alzheimer's Society. So I didn't do much recording yesterday. See how we go today. The weather today is overcast, much milder. A little bit of drizzle in the air, and I think they're talking about strong winds coming up later on. But that's fine. We'll just crack on. So the first part of my walk, having left the main road by the airport, is down a little country lane. The sea, again, just over the top of those little pebbles there. But the truth of the matter is, I'm not going to walk. Oh yes, I will. I'll take you closer to the water. There we go. The Bristol Channel, and over there is one of only a few ships I've seen sailing up the channel. As you can see, it's raining, not heavily. Mizzly. I think it's going to be like this for a few hours. My first in a while. Well, this marker is at a place called Roos Point, and it is the southernmost tip of Wales. Well, that's good news. I'm just coming up to the power station at West Aberthaw, and working off the map that I got, I can't tell whether there really is a right of way going around the power station, but I've just spoken to a chap walking the other way. He's a local, and he says no, it's no problem. He said there is a path that goes all the way round, more or less hugging the coast into where I'm staying tonight. So that's great news. I know it sounds silly, but you know, it's nothing worse than setting off very much on a 50-50 as to whether you're actually going to make your way round, and then spending, you know, half an hour walking up to a point and then realising no, you can't get through, and the only way round is to go back and round. But to know before I get too far into the path that it does go all the way around is very reassuring. So that's good news. It's brightening up a little bit. Haven't really had any proper rain, I'd say, and they said that on the forecast it will get sunny later on, and lots of bird life off to the left, and starting to see quite a lot of ravens again. When you see a raven next to a crow, you realise just how big these birds, and lovely to see them. Well, we're at the power station and ash disposal site. I don't know the name of the power station, but it's at Breaksea Point, and this is just one of the many power stations and sort of industrial centres I've had to negotiate my way round. And my path takes me up. They've laid on a little bridge through there and then around. I was just going to show you the enclosed path, but typically I just come onto a stretch where it's sort of opened up a little bit. That's the way I've come. Well, the lovely thing is I'm back on a stretch of coastline which feels like proper coastline again, and by that I mean it's got cliffs, and I think this is pretty much the way it's going to be from here on in. There'll be a few flatter sections around the cities, but we got most of those out of the way for the next few miles or so. And then looking inland, that's Llantwit Major, I believe. And over there is the power station that I walked round earlier. And over there, I don't know if you can see him, there we go, is another raven. And there are lots of them along here again, which is good to see. So I can't keep up with them. So as you can see, the day has turned out beautifully. Sea breeze, clear, sunny, much milder than it has been over the last few days, and it hasn't rained properly. Oh, nice bit of coastline here again. You can have a look at the cliffs here. There we go, proper cliffs for you again. I've also had an offer of accommodation tomorrow night from an Alzheimer's Society supporter, which I will follow up later on, so that's great. Onwards.